Hi, I'm William Braggadocio, and I'm here with Julia Mellen at her home to talk about some of her new creative work. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself as a creative person, and just kind of like the work that you were doing and the stuff that you're moving into.
Yeah, okay, so in the past I mostly made paintings about my healing's a bad word, but just sort of like how sexual assault and sexualization has affected my relationships and, like how I view sex now and stuff like that. But now I'm sort of moving away from how does sex work and how does like me moving through my environment work post-sexual assault, and moving more towards how does being in this body and being a woman and being Latina like mean moving through this life and moving through these relationships. So it's a little more broad. Like sexual assault is in there, but I feel like as a woman we all go through that. It doesn't need to be that specific about that.
All right, so what's some of the symbolism that's represented in this painting?
So that one's called Red Room, Blue Me, and so I'm really interested in domestic spaces as symbolism, not only as home, but also as like this idea, for women, like domesticity is a source of comfort, but it's also historically a source of restraint, right? Like stay-at-home moms and stuff like that. So I've always been really interested in interior spaces and furniture, and beds too also have that same connotation of like, not the same one, but a dual connotation of like, yes, comfort, sleep, etc. But also there's a lot of pain that happens in beds, especially as somebody, as a sexual assault survivor. I'm very conscious of that. So there's the bed that sort of works as a duality, and the red that works as a duality as well, the hearth, the heat and, warmth that comes from red, but also the violence. And so I put myself as blue because I'm very, I'm trying to disconnect myself from all of that. And I tried to disconnect myself from this relationship that wanted me to be more domestic, that wanted me to be more tame. Idea that men need to, control me in some way, even if they're trying to do it out of love. I don't fuck with it. Yeah.
Yeah, so then you really kind of focus on a lot of different avenues as far as who you are as a person through your art.
Yeah, my most recent piece, which is a performance piece, which I've never done before. I don't know what possessed me, but I went to one of the talks that they were doing for the Erioichi Siuka show that opened up at the Art Institute. And so they showed this slide of one of Ligia Clark's work called Baba Anthropophagica, which is kind of translated to cannibalist drool. And so her performance piece was she has people, or she had that now, but she had people pull strings out of their mouth covered in drool. So you drool on these strings and then you drape them over this man. And the images are so beautiful. He's just completely cobwebbed, covered in drool, and a man. I don't know. I thought about that. I thought, what a beautiful image, what a beautiful idea, what a wonderful reclamation of this thing that was meant to shame. And I was thinking about me as a woman and being shamed for my sexuality and being, used for my sexuality and being used as fetishization and exotification of myself. And I made this man out of cotton candy, and I drooled on him and dissolved him on my bed and ruined my sheets. But and filmed it. But so just sort of thinking about me as a woman, I am a cannibal. Me as a Brazilian, I am a cannibal. Just taking all this shit that people, put on me is you need to be sexy, you need to be flirty, you need to get this money this way by being this attractive, little butterfly thing, and saying okay, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna fucking destroy you in the process, and I'm gonna take what I can out of it, and I don't care. So, yeah.
So that's part of the new media that you're working on then? Or is that just a one-shot kind of thing?
No, I'm interested in working more with performance and video, the other piece that I did in which I you know, made this website of me drooling profusely all over myself and, you know, sort of using this kink of, you know, this really big saliva kink that's all over the internet right now. And having people getting sort of like into it. I'm sort of like, you know, being ridiculous. And so you keep clicking on these images to see more and more explicit videos of me drooling all over myself. And then you get to my PayPal. So, yeah.
Click through to pay me.
Yeah, exactly. You can see all of this and you can think that you own me and you can think that you own these images of me, like, you know, catering to you. And you can think that I'm working for you, but really you're working for me because in the end you need to pay me in order to, like, keep these.
Thank you so much for spending time with us and letting us get to know you a little bit more. And for more information, please feel free to visit us at momme.us. Bye.